So, I am not Christian. I am not religious. I am agnostic, which is sort of like halfway between being theist and atheist, right? Being religious and not being religious. Being religious and being atheist. I'm neither. Um, so she'll call Jane the Virgin. She's a virgin because, she was told to wait until marriage by her extremely Christian grandmother. Um, but eventually she has sex outside of marriage because her husband died. Spoilers. um, so now she went from a massive virgin to absolute sex, whatever. And she's saying that, oh, why shouldn't sex be about pleasure? Well, because the Bible says. Like, stop dunking on Christians. Why does everyone like dunking on Christians? Anyway, this is school on Wednesday, the 9th. Wait, is it? 8th of September 2021. So most of Moving Image Arts was us looking at this video talking about like camera angles, camera shots, movements, etc. All like the stuff we done in media. Just that this was more in depth. And I thought, oh, I might have to watch. Now I'm gonna watch all the films from from people who are directors who are considered the greatest directors of all time. Initially, I was gonna do Stanley Kubrick, Alfred Hitchcock, and Orson Welles. No, who's the other person? Maybe it was Orson Welles. Oh, Martin Scorsese. That's who it was, not Orson Welles. But now it's expanded to those three. Orson Welles. What's the guy's name? Sergio Leone. And a couple other people. So for Scorsese, gonna watch Silence, the Audition, The 50-Year-Old Argument, Hugo, A Letter to Elia, Shine a Light, The Key to Reserva, The Aviator, Gangs of New York, which I was already interested in anyway, so. Then Bringing Out the Dead, My Voyage to Italy, Condon. I'm literally just naming these because I'm not going to watch documentaries and stuff like that. I'm also not going to watch things that he directed one episode of, like Boardwalk Empire, which I'm pretty sure is the pilot, and I've already seen the pilot. It was crap anyway, so. Casino, The Age of Innocence, The King of Ads, Cape Fear, Made in Milan, New York Stories, Last Temptation of Christ. Color of Money. Really, hold on. I have the hiccups now and I have a bad throat because I'm recording. And recording gives me a bad throat. Even if I'm not doing anything, that'll give me a bad throat. Talking doesn't give me a bad throat. Like if I'm, I talk a lot in real life. and I don't really get a bad throat from doing all that, but for some reason when I do it in a video, suddenly I have a bad throat. Makes no sense. Anyway, The Color of Money, if I didn't already say that. After Hours, The King of Comedy, Raging Bull, The Last Waltz, New York, New York, Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Italian American, Mean Streets, Boxcar Bertha, Street Scenes, The Big Shave, Who's Not Knocking at My Door. Yeah, that's it for just Martin Scorsese. So, I'm not gonna go through all the other films because it's way too many. Instead, I am going to continue with what I was, continue with the school stuff. So we were like, I think 15 minutes late. 15 minutes late to class because actually no, not 50 minutes, 20 minutes, but no, right. It was okay. It was 50 minutes late to class. um, which did seem like a good thing, but then I had media and I was far behind already, and now I'm even worse off. Um, so uh, I forgot to mention. I don't understand how I forgot to mention this, but Dylan Savage is back because I saw him. I went, is that Dylan? What? And he was talking to Sixth Form, and Sixth Form calls him Dylan. So I go, oh crap, it is Dylan. I was just trying to read the 127 hours scripting piece, which, by the way, I shouldn't say by the way, I sort of regret reading that as my very first script. I always wanted to read a script to see what sort of drove the actor into doing it, especially if it was a crap film. Not to say 127 hours was a crap film, it was a fantastic film, it's one of my favourite films of all time. But so I keep on, my mind keeps on going blank. So after that, he sort of sees me and goes, "Right, Dylan." I go, "Hi." Uh, Sort of pretending like we don't have bad blood, which we do. Don't know why I had to say that, but whatever. um. So I don't know what form class he's in. Hopefully, it's not 13T. Anyway. So we had study after media, and the only thing that happened is that the head of sixth form came over, who I've had bad experiences with in the past, because she was also our head of year in year 8, and she was my science teacher in year 9. Um. So I hate her already. Nothing really happened in 10, 11, and 12. Yeah, 10, 11, and 12. But now she's ahead of year. And I already thought about how she pulled me into another class and went, do not say bullying because that's sort of a trigger word for us. I'm making it sound like they're getting offended by me saying that word, which they somewhat are, but that's not what I didn't intend that. Anyway. She, I don't know what, the mind blanks are worse today than they ever have been. So one student was on his phone. I think he was scrolling through Instagram. I was nowhere near him, but he does maybe in a majority, and he was talking about how he was just going to spend the entire time in study on his phone. So the head sixth form comes over to do something. Then she goes, says the guy's name. You know, like you're doing anything related to school? Oh no, I'm practicing for my theory. When is your theory? Sometime next year. Which I don't know how long is a reasonable amount of time to practice for your theory. I know that, more practice the better and all, but like if it were, if I started doing it today and I knew it was exactly a year from now, I'm assuming that would be too much. I should spend my time on more important things, more upcoming things. This guy does not have an iPad. This guy didn't get the opportunity to get an iPad because he was away in a different school when the iPads were given out. I got an iPad because I went to the office and said, I wasn't here when the iPads were given out. Can I have an iPad, please? And that's actually something I shouldn't have done because not because it gives me excuses to do nothing, but because it just shouldn't have happened. So this guy was absolutely fine in not getting an iPad. They should have realized that, oh crap, we have 3 students who won't be here when the iPads are given out. So we need to, we need to give them these iPads. They should have realized that instead of us having to go and get them. So anyway, you're practicing for your theory. Why are you doing more upcoming work? I don't have an iPad. Then why didn't you get one? Like when she said that she doesn't think this guy is doing anything related to school, this guy's messing about. She was calm as like, I'm just gonna make up a fake name. John, are you doing something that isn't related to school? And then when she said, go get an iPad, it was like, well, go get an iPad then. I'm not an actor, obviously. I can somewhat act, but I'm just gonna sort of play 2 bits from the same character in Whiplash. And I think you already know where I'm going, but I'm still gonna do it anyway.
Trouble there. Pick it up at 17.
Rational.
You are a worthless, friendless, faggot-lipped little piece of shit whose mommy left daddy when she figured out he wasn't you.
That's not that long later. That's about 2 minutes later. And with my past experiences with the head of sixth form, I initially thought she was just stupid. I should have realized from the very start that she is an absolute psycho.